Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about a really important subject, and that is how to prepare for competency-based questions. It's highly likely that it will come up in your interview because as a former recruiter myself and hiring manager, I would often use competency-based questions to really get an understanding as to how a particular candidate might perform in a certain role and what sort of outcomes that they've achieved in their previous role. So it's probably certain that you're going to be asked competency-based questions, so it's really important that you're ready for them. And I've just got 5 tips for you in terms of how to prepare for competency-based questions. The first thing I'd suggest you do is go to a quiet space or a space that you can concentrate, sit down, relax and work, because you'll need to really draw your memory later on to understand and give examples of your competencies. So go to a quiet space or a space where you know you can work. And then point 2, begin to identify the competencies on the job description that you have, on the person specification that you have. List them out or highlight them on the job description so that you're under no illusions what the competencies are. And then review your own resume or CV and list competencies that match those that you identified on the job description, because it's important that you have something that's relevant and that you identify competencies that are relevant to the person who is interviewing you. Point number 4, for each skill scenario, write a star statement. So each thing that you've listed from your resume and CV that's relevant, begin to write a star statement for each of those skills so that you have a list. You have a list which has small paragraphs with star statements being situation, task, action, result. What was the situation in which you used that particular competency? What was the task you did? What actions did you take? And what was the end result? And that's really important. The end result is important because interviewers want to know outcomes. They want to know what you can contribute, and that contribution acts as evidence of your ability to do the job that they're asking. And then refine your answer. Make sure you refine each one of your star statements and practice it so that it's concise, so that it's consistent, so that it's really just flows off your tongue in a natural way that's not robotic. Then they'll be able to see, this is the interviewers that is, they'll be able to see that you're confident about what you did and therefore have confidence that you're able to do the job yourself. So I hope that has helped. If you need some help practicing your competency-based answers, and I think that's really important as well, is that you practice in advance so that you're totally fluent in your delivery of your answers. If you need some help with your practice, I am able to really review what you do either on a remote basis or in-person basis. I can see how you deliver your answers and tell you some ways in which you can refine those answers via my interview coaching service. I'd also invite you to join my workshop, which will help you to prepare for your up and coming interview by really helping you to understand the kinds of questions that you might be asked and what sort of questions that you should ask, and also what the interviewer expects of you on the big day. And competency-based questions is just really one of those things that any interviewer, any recruiter will expect you to be able to answer on the big day. So that workshop will help you with your preparation so that you can get that confidence that you need. So that's all for me for now. I wish you all the best with your interview, and I look forward to seeing you at the workshop.